James Peters, a household name in football in Nigeria, is a coach with a very rich curriculum vitae. Coach of the Super Eagles, the Nigerian Under-23 squad, the Nigerian Falcons, and top premier local sides. He had a remarkable stint in Cameroon with a long-standing traditional football team, Prisons of Buea. How James Peters found himself in Cameroon is a story he tells.
Cameroon, at any given time in tournaments, we are beating Nigeria. And I said, what stuff are these guys made of? And I said, okay, I think I'll find time to go to Cameroon and see how the football is being coached there and developed. Because we need to have an answer to the dominance of Cameroon in African football. So I took time off, and following the fact that I was disappointed with our administration, I said, okay, let me take my time off and go to Cameroon and go see my coaching ability, if it is within or without any quality. So I decided to go to Cameroon, where I respect their football and try on the club there. I also coached in Sierra Leone. I coached in US. All these places we are going for experiment to see what's happening in other football countries. That's why I went to Cameroon.
What actually took you there? Did you just move by yourself, or there was some negotiations that took you to Cameroon?
There were some boys who were in the University of Jos. Then I was coaching Standard Football Club of Jos. So there were some boys who came from Cameroon to come to university in Nigeria, in Jos. They happened to be in the same compound I was staying. So we were talking. Then the one day they saw me in tracksuit going to training, they said, "Who are you? Are you a player?" I said, "I'm the player. I'm the coach." They said, "You're very young to be a coach." I said, "Yes, I'm the coach of this club in Jos." Then I said, "Are there big clubs in Cameroon?" He said, "Yes, there are very many big clubs, like PW Baminda, the English-speaking country, and the speaking side of the country." So I said, "Okay, I will try Prison Buea because I've heard about Prison Buea before." So we spoke to Pa Elundu, who was then the caretaker and the sponsor of a prison. I called him on the phone, we spoke. He said, "Oh, you very much like me to come and assist him. He doesn't have that kind of quality coach in his club." So I said, "Okay, give me time and I will come." And when I went, I met Pai Lundu and I met Fukobo and a couple of people who work with the Fika Foods. And then they said, "Okay, please, you are welcome. We'll give you a Prison Buea if you want to coach you." I said, "I don't mind. I want to gather experience as much as possible from African football."
Then, and finally, when you had agreed and you got to Prisons, how did you take off?
Well, when I went to Prisons, I told the president of the club to allow me to see all the players they have. And then I saw what they have within 5 to 6 days. Then I said I needed to add a striker to this team to sharpen the attack of the team. He said, "Okay, do what you want." So I asked Bishop Ezewa to come over to Cameroon and meet me here. Many boys would have come. Moses Pako, also who played for Nigeria, came to meet me in Cameroon. He was playing for the national team of Nigeria, but when I told him I was in Cameroon, he said, "Man, I have to come to you." He wanted his brother, who was better than him, to come, but his brother was a lazy player, but very skillful. I said, "No, I don't want lazy players on this team here." So I brought Bishop to fortify the team and Moses in the midfield to fortify the team. That was how I came into Cameroon, and the boys I brought to Cameroon with me.
And when you made the team, how did you then take off? You got into the second division championship. How did you go?
Well, I think I got to the Interpols. And there was maladministration.
But before we get into the Interpols, the championship in the Southwest Second Division region, in the Southwest Second Division League, how did it go?
I think I won all the matches. I won 21 matches in a row. And then when I got to Moliko or somewhere to play again, they won't allow me into the stadium. They said I won't enter, that I have a very bad magic. They won't allow me enter. But the players could enter, but I would stay outside. And when I stayed outside, I couldn't go in. Then when they scored one goal, when I was not inside the stadium, then they said, okay, go and bring that man if you come. Then they came 5 minutes at the end of the game. They brought me into the field. As I came in, I tried to correct the team. And we were almost equalizing when people were shouting, blow whistle, close the game. This man get bad witch master. You won't come equalize here. So the referee called off the game, and that was the only game I lost until I got to the Interpol.
But there was this very crucial match you played with Victoria United Opopo, which was like a very historic match.
Yes.
Can you still go down memory lane on that match?
Well,
the match that qualified you finally for Interpol.
Yes, I know. That match was a very tough match, both physically and psychologically. It was a psychological battle between me and that team. But what happened was that the team, when I got in there, they wouldn't also didn't want to let me in. But God so kind, they let me into the stadium. The team was very good, but I tried to be very tactical about the game. They even hit me ball on my eye. My eye got red, I could not even see, but then I had to make sure that I was tactical about the whole thing. But it was a very tough match for me, but I won the match.
Let's come back to the point again. You had Moses Kwako, you had Bishop. Was there anybody called Additional or somebody?
Additional came later by himself. He was playing for Abiola Babes. Mm-hmm. When he learned I was in Cameroon, he had to pay transport for himself and come and join me. So when he came, I had no reason why to send him back. I just say, okay, come, I can tell him. We'll have Additional.
How was your relationship with the management of Prisons?
Oh, it was very, very cordial. Very cordial. I didn't have any problem with them. Anything I asked for, they gave it to me.
And then what about the supporters? You had brought some new life into Prison Social Club of Buea. How did the supporters relate with you?
Supporters were very, very good with me. Sometimes they make me laugh. They want to tell me about juju, they want to tell me about this. I said, they want to take me to the river in maybe, I don't know the place. The river say we should go there and we should pray. I say, football, there's no magic. Football is just tactical and then determination of the boys. And then if you have strategy, you win. So I cut off the juju matter because I was in the Qatar Farmers. When I went to the team, the Qatar Farmers said I had juju. They won't allow me to enter the stadium until they came into the stadium. They were going in with their back. They came in with their back. They enter free with their back. Then after they entered, they said, okay, come pass. Then they took me inside. Then we went again, we won the match, and they said, no, this man, he gets some bad witch master. And I just smiled. But there's nothing like that in football. I didn't know about magic or black or black something in the game. So it was very interesting. Cameroon was very interesting. I liked it.
Yes, how was your interaction with the coaches and officials of other teams and even players of other teams, despite the fact that they were fearing you this much?
Yes. I tried as much as possible to be myself and to take it as Nigeria. So anybody I met as a coach, I took him as a colleague. And as a colleague, they say, my friend, we'll go drink Mimbo. We'll go take some Mimbo, master. And I was not a very good drinker. And after I'm not a very good drinker, they said, Buford. They said, 3-3. I said, okay, give me one Buford. If I take half, I will get drunk. And they will just laugh and go. But the Cameroonian coaches were very friendly with me, especially in the southwest. Because I was always in that domain. I didn't go to the north so much. I was in the southern domain. And the coaches were very, very friendly with me. Except when it comes to competition, then we become enemies. But after that, we become friends again. Even in this Limbe, they almost put nails on my head. But after the match, they finished. They said, this man, Massa, will go break at the game with nails and plank, and said they will hit me on the head. But nobody did it. But they were just trying to see if they can frighten me and make sure that I lose focus, and then they get the match. But I don't lose focus because I was always in this kind of situation. Even in Nigeria, I had a kind of situation. People will come, like Mighty J's of Jos. They will come with even tear gas. So one day in Jos, I had to climb the fence to get out of the stadium after winning that match. against Mighty Jets of Jos with my team. So I was used to hostility of football, and any hostility somewhere else did not shake me. And besides that, we are Africans. We are Cameroon, my next door neighbors. I'm from Obudu, and Cameroon is just by the Cameroon mountain is by Obudu. So I felt I was with my people. So I didn't bother. I feared that they want to kill me or whatever. I didn't bother. I said, if Cameroon man kills me, he has killed his brother. That's all. So I didn't fear anything. I was all the time very calm. That was the secret I was using.
How was social life generally for you?
Oh, social life was very good. I learned how to drink beer in Cameroon. I learned how to eat potatoes, Irish potato with peas and with fried chicken in Cameroon, and then some other great food of Cameroon. I enjoyed it, and when I came back to Nigeria, I made sure I teach my wife how to cook it, and she still cooks them for me till today. I enjoy some food in Cameroon very much.
Yes, James Peters, when you were going to Cameroon and you took Prisons, you had an ambition to take them to Division 1. Yes. You got to the Interpols. What made you not qualify?
In fact, I will not put the portion on anybody. If you fail, you fail. If you succeed, you succeed. I think I tried to get to the Interpol, but luck went against us. There were so many goals we were supposed to have scored to qualify, but the guys fluffed the chances, and I take responsibility. I don't have to complain and say, this man did that, this man did it. We lost chances. We had opportunity to go into the Interpol, but luck was not on our side. All the goals we were supposed to score, we didn't use them. If we had used those chances that came, we would have been in the Interpol.
You went there to the Interpols, luck was against you, yes. You came back. Why didn't you continue to stay in Buea?
I wanted to continue to make sure I got to Interpol the year after that. But when I took holidays from Cameroon, 2 weeks holidays to come to my country, Nigeria. And when I came to Nigeria, there was one team, Obanta Babes, that was last on the league table. Last. And when they saw me near the stage, they said, Coach Peter. They all came, and the chairman came to me and said, please, can you come and help me? My team is last on the league table. And I said, no, I'm staying only 2 weeks in this town. Within that 2 weeks, maybe you play only 3 matches. But I can take you to the middle of the league within these 3 matches, and I will go back to Cameroon. The man said, okay, that's fine. I should please help him. And I told him, well, I needed a car to drive around in Lagos, because I was not living in Lagos. I was living in Jos. So I said, I need a car. I need a hotel where I will sleep, because I don't have a house now in Lagos, because I'm just coming from Cameroon. So he said, everything is given. I said, okay, fine. So the first match was against Rangers of Enugu in Enugu, with the team that was the last of the league table. So I said, okay, I will try. I went to Enugu and I pulled a 1-goal win against Rangers International in Enugu, and they beat the coach. So they had 3 points now in that league. The second match was again against one of the toughest teams also in the league, Bendel Insurance, and also at their own ground in Benin. I went to Benin and I pulled a draw there. They had 4 points from 2 matches. Then the last match I played for them at home. They won by 3-0, and they moved to the middle of the league table. And I told them, well, I'm going. But before I decided that I was going, when I beat Rangers in Enugu, the chairman of the Nigerian Football Federation had that Obanta, the last on the league table, had beaten Rangers, who were first on the league table. And why? And who is that? He said, James Peters. He said, go and bring him here for me. So the following day, they came to my hotel and dragged me to the Nigerian Football Federation. Then the president of the federation said, James Peters, we are going to give you a new team under 23. And you are going to coach that team. You are going to form it yourself and coach it. I said, sir, I'm in Cameroon. He said, you are not going back. If you go back, we declare person non grata.